Welcome back to another episode of Prosper in the Kingdom, and I have a very special guest today. John got caught in travel, canceled flights, delayed flights, missed connections, all the things. So I thought it would be a fun opportunity to have my friend Mindy Baxson with us today.
Thank you, Wendy.
So good to have you here.
Yeah,
and I have to say, one thing I love about you, Mindy, is you call me Wen.
Thank you, Wendy Lee. I know. Sorry, not so professional. I love you, girl.
No, I love it because growing up, my family, like in the Northeast, if your name is more than one syllable, you only get one syllable.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm Wendy. So I'm Wen up north.
Yeah.
But if your name is one syllable, like Don, or no, I'm trying to think who's one syllable in my family. Sloan, my daughter. Yeah. Then you add an E at the end, Sloanie.
Sloanie, right? And then you rhyme it with macaroni. It's a whole, it is a real, it's funny that you mentioned that because all of that is very accurate.
Right? That's so funny. Yeah. So yeah, my cousin Dominic, who's 3 syllables, he just gets Dom. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
It's how we roll.
So, but I love it. I'm like, I feel like I'm home when you call me Wen.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
There we go. But anyway, so what we're going to talk about today is money, making money, and what you do with it as a network marketer. So you and I would love for you to tell a little bit of your story, but you and I have both been in the network marketing space, direct sales space for a while.
Yeah.
And we've both had decent success, made full-time income, right? Mm-hmm. And I always say this, we're taught how to make money, but not necessarily what to do with the money we make. Right?
Accurate statement. Yeah. Very much so.
And a lot of us just have to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Many lessons have been learned through this journey. And it has been such a blessing. You know, I think about just, the grand scheme of things. I worked a 9-to-5 for many, many years and, in the insurance and financial services industry, actually. And I started out in network marketing 2015, went into social selling in 2018. And gosh, it's the only place that I could really think of that I could make a larger impact and a larger income at the same time. And that's what I did. But to your point, yes, we can make a substantial amount of money. And my first year, I doubled my full-time income. And then the year after that, I did build a 6-figure business, which is still wild to think about. But I spent that money, girl. I was like, wow, when you're making $10,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 a month and no one prepares you for that. I mean, I guess I say that in it's hard getting the words out because how are they supposed to prepare you for that in a sense? It was not expected, I guess. And it just went boom, like some businesses do. And I guess that's why you're here, right? To kind of help educate people with, if and when that does happen and God willing, there's favor and blessing on your business and that happens, boy, making good decisions. Hindsight, wish I knew better.
Yeah. So my journey was, I started network marketing, had the full-time job and, made not quite 6 figures in my full-time gig, started network marketing, saw what was possible. I saw some girl on stage who was like me, right? My age, mom, worked full-time. She actually made 6 figures in her full-time gig. And she says, and I also make 6 figures in this side hustle, network marketing gig. And I was like, what? Right? Like if she can do it, I can do it. Yeah. And so I saw her and that was my story that I clung on to. And thank God, because 3 months later, I got laid off and it was my second layoff in a row. And so I was like, all right, let's dig in. Let's do this. And so by my, about 1.5 years in, I surpassed my full-time income. And then I hit 6 figures, like 2.5 years in. Mm-hmm. And then like I knew nothing about nothing, right? I'd come from that corporate gig where they take your taxes out.